That's one fucking way to do it. Welcome to It's All Bullshit, the podcast where a bunch of us nerdy-ass gamers talk about shit we don't understand. I'm your host, Sedge, and I'm joined here, as always, by my host, Lightsaber Ninja, a.k.a. King Kegel. Kegel, how the hell are you?
I'm doing alright. I didn't realize we were starting yet.
And I'm joined by my other host, Chi. Chi, how the hell are you?
I'm genuinely offended that you decided to start now.
Oh, God. That's hilarious. So, this is our E3 post-mortem special. I know we're about a week late.
That is not what that word means.
I know. Post-mortem means that they died.
Yes. I thought you used that.
I was using it ironically. Okay.
But you've used it so much that I don't even know anymore.
I used it twice!
E3 is dead, folks. We can all go home.
I mean, it basically is.
Gaming as we know it has died. Thank you, Microsoft.
So yeah, E3, it was pretty dope, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
The
so.
end.
Couple little hiccups from couple different companies, but for the most part, I'd say it's pretty good.
We're not going to play
Catch you guys
cynics,
next
are we?
week.
Shut
Podcast Cat says hi.
up, podcast cat.
Yeah, shut up, Podcast Cat. We're trying to end right now. See you guys next week.
Is this you?
E3 was alright.
Is this just you trying to start over?
Fine.
No. I wasn't. Don't project on me.
That's fair.
So yeah.
He already said a bunch of idiots talk about things they don't understand, right?
Yeah.
We're good.
That's all it takes.
That's all it.
This is the one mandatory thing.
So this is our E3 2018 roundup. So we're going to talk about our favorite things from E3, our least favorite things from E3, what we're hopeful for.
We're going to talk about E3.
Yeah, we're going to talk about E3.
We're going to talk about it because nobody else is, so we need to fill that niche gap, you know.
Yeah, we gotta slot into that slot.
Yeah, because it's like 2003, and everybody finds out about E3 shit through Game Informer still.
I was wondering where
Yes.
you were going with that.
I would be reading Xbox Nation, but sure.
I
think
read PlayStation
in 2003
Magazine.
it was Game. Yeah, I think in 2003 it was Game Pro.
Oh, well, whatever it was.
2003, I didn't play video games. I'm the poser here.
Or EGM. God, I miss Game.
God, EGM.
How about Nintendo Power, guys?
Yeah.
You can kick me out.
Cool. Okay, so before
I'll
we get
excuse
into the
myself.
E3 stuff, can we talk about some of the other crazy shit that's going on?
Sure.
Like what?
Well, obviously politics. Am I right? No.
Nah.
Movies.
Someone send help. The entire country's on fire.
Oh, okay. So we're not gonna pretend like we're unbiased.
Wow, that was like... We're talking about China, right? Right, guys?
Oh, God.
Oh,
Anyway, movies.
if you say so.
During E3, a bunch of trailers dropped.
It's true. I mean, they do that all the time, though.
Yeah.
It was just so
movie
distracting.
trailers dropped
Yes, I know.
Fantastic.
for film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of what the term movie means, you
Holy
asshole.
shit! What are the movies you want to talk about? Which movies have you seen? Like, did you actually see Deadpool yet?
Like motion pictures. No.
Really? God, you need to
Really?
see that. It's a cultural icon now.
Are you gonna send me money?
I would honestly send you money so you could go see it. Yes. Send me your address, faggot.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a term of endearment.
Is it?
I mean, I can say it because I am, right? Right? That's how it works?
Well, you didn't get
No.
you didn't get bleeped. That's how it works. If they bleep you, you can...
You mean if you choose in the editing to bleep it? Which
What would be funny?
let's face it, you're way too lazy to find that.
We should all drop a little F-bomb like that, and then he could actually bleep out everyone else except for Chi and just pretend like some reason she can't say it.
This is Scott Pilgrim now. How are you doing that with your mouth? Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, I need to watch that movie again.
We are so
Okay,
far
so
off topic.
I need to read that manga again.
there's a new Halloween trailer.
Is there?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. It's really
Jamie
good.
Lee Curtis back, baby,
Ooh.
She's
in a big way.
she's basically Ash from Army of Darkness at this point.
Yeah. There was a trailer for Bumblebee.
Oh god, yeah, I saw
Can we
that.
talk about this?
No.
Do we have to?
I have to. Listen, so
You are really
I
excited.
saw the trailer. I saw the trailer, and I'm like, I'm gonna click on this, but I literally could not give any less of a shit. If I gave less of a shit, shit would pour from my phone from the movie to me. That's how little of a shit I gave, right?
Right.
don't
But then
know if
I
that
watched
metaphor
the
works.
trailer, and it's a very basic trailer, but it seems like for once fans were right. They got rid of Michael Bay and the stupid extra pieces Transformers. They made them look more like Generation 1, and it looks amazing.
I mean, it looked alright. Bumblebee's actually a bug now. He's not a fucking Camaro again. Or at least he wasn't for most of the trailer.
I have no investment in this.
It looks good.
And he does look a lot more like his Gen 1 counterpart. I will say that. Like, did you ever watch Transformers Prime?
No, I'll be honest. I was a kid. I liked Transformers because the idea, and it always said robots in disguise, and that was cool. But I don't know nothing about Beast Wars.
That's fair. Well, Prime was after Beast Wars, first off.
Okay, well, I watched episodes of Beast Wars because I was into those shitty CG '90s cartoons, and then I watched the Transformers movie, and I really enjoyed it in 2008,
Okay.
something like that.
That makes sense.
Sorry,
Why, sorry?
Why are you sorry?
because I don't have a point of reference that we could like geek out about Gen 1 Transformers or classic Transformers or good Transformers.
Yeah, you're not even talking to me at this point, so
That's why I didn't
You
say your
c-
name.
you can
faggot.
go all out.
I mean, I ain't gonna keep talking about Transformers.
Okay. How to Train Your Dragon 3 trailer dropped.
That's
Oh
true,
my
that did, and that has the most
God.
adorable portrayal of Toothless ever, him trying to flirt at the end of that trailer.
It was cute.
The,
It was
the studio
adorable.
enforced heteronormativity.
Oh, grow up.
No, you.
It's not like there's no it's not like there's no representation in those films. You can't say that about the How to Train Your Dragon series.
That's true. What's his name? Gobber.
Yep.
Yep.
True.
I mean, they still kind of danced around it, and that's irritating to me, but they make a better move than Disney ever has yet.
Yes.
Speaking of
I
Disney,
appreciate
Wreck-It
that.
Ralph 2's trailer dropped.
That's true, and that had that hilarious scene with all the princesses.
That was great.
Is it hilarious?
I mean,
I found
yeah?
it humorous.
Do you have
Do you have
do you have a
issues? Do you have an opinion on this?
opposing opinion? Go.
Not quite, not exactly. Also, cut out my fuck because you guys cut out. I didn't hear you. And that's what I was saying. Fuck to, not like fuck. These guys like this thing I hate. But like, okay, so I did find it enjoyable, and I kind of chuckled a little bit, but it just feels like kind of forced. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't feel natural. It feels like they're like, look, guys, we're woke. We're woke. Woke Disney over here.
I mean, that's gonna be literally the entire movie, though.
All I can
That's
hear.
what
woke,
you're.
you
That's
guys.
what you're signing up for, and I'm just gonna pretend that I'm okay with that.
All I can hear in my head is when you say "we're woke, guys." It's just Matt laughing for 10 minutes. And that'll
Who's
only
What?
Matt Hardy.
I was like, what reference are you putting in here now?
Yeah.
The wrestlings.
Oh yeah, by the way, wrestling fandom over here. That's
I,
that's a crossover fandom we don't need.
I always think of Childish Gambino. So stay woke. Yeah.
Yeah.
You better auto-tune that and make me sound good. Dumbo trailer dropped.
I have not watched that one yet.
Not okay.
Internet hates it?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, some people were bitching that they changed things, which like duh. And then other people were bitching that his eyes were too big.
Really? That is the
I don't
most
care
petty
about-
thing.
Yeah, I don't care about either of those. I'm gonna watch it. It'll probably be just as passable as every other fucking live action movie they've done. Maybe they don't use the piss filter on this one, but then again, Tim Burton's name's attached, and so.
Really? What? Really?
Mm,
Tim
yeah.
Burton on this?
Tim Burton hasn't made a good film since Big Fish.
Never saw
Oh,
Big
that's
Fish
that's
either.
a hot take. All right.
Ooh.
How's that a hot take? Did you like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
I didn't hate it.
Or is it Alice in Wonderland where you're like, wow, he's really back to form?
Are those really the only two things he's made after that? Because I don't believe that.
Well, he also did Frankenweenie,
And Corpse
which, yeah,
Bride.
what a classic.
I'm sorry.
And Corpse Bride.
I'm sorry. Frankenweenie was actually very good.
I know, it was right up there with Nightmare on Elm Street, that movie he never directed but gets all the credit for.
But that. Okay. I know you're kidding.
Am I?
Consider you said Nightmare on Elm Street? Yes.
Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas, whatever.
Oh,
Good night,
I
man.
thought that was part of the
I
joke.
thought that was the joke.
Yeah.
No, I just don't care so much. I really didn't even think. I just said the first Nightmare thing that came to my mind.
And it was night. All right. Well,
That'd be.
I like Nightmare Before Christmas, and I do feel embarrassed now that you've pointed it out.
It's a fucking great movie, but no, I don't like that it's credited
I guess it's
100% to
better-
him either.
It's better that you guys pointed it out than me just sit here feeling real cocky and then listening to the episode going, the fuck am I talking about Nightmare on Elm Street?
I mean,
I should have left it in. Damn it.
I'm still like mildly salty that you took my SJW take on dragons as at face value, but okay. We all make
'cause
mistakes.
I know you.
Yeah, which is exactly why you should know that I'm kidding. I used the word
But
heteronormativity. That's not even the correct term.
That okay, that's fine, but like I do feel like that though.
Wait, what?
Like I do say things like that with honesty. I have no like I support representation. I'm not like you. So of course I took it face value, even if you said it funny.
Gaming podcast.
Yeah.
Like how you hate equality. So anyway, hold on. I'm saving the best for last here.
Oh, so
was
speaking of hating
Dumbo.
equality, though,
Oh.
Soul Calibur.
Jeez, we'll get there.
Nah, alright. Well, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Isn't that
Look
in theaters
fucking
currently?
It is not in
Dope.
theaters.
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah,
I think it either just came out last Friday or it's coming out this Friday.
Yeah, because a few of my friends have seen it.
Okay, then it was last Friday. It just came out though.
Ah, okay.
And
I
I
was a bit
haven't,
busy
I
this
haven't had a
week.
chance to bring it up. Do you know how long I've had this fucking list of films that came out during E3 waiting to talk about with you?
I assume
Anyway.
a week.
Yeah.
That would. Yeah?
And I literally just heard of Upgrade. Like, I didn't know anything about it until fucking last week or so.
Also, Incredibles 2 just came out.
Oh yeah, that did come out. And there's a Wisconsin reference in there.
Yes, there is.
Okay,
love-
so scratch that one off my list.
Huh?
Incredibles 2 was my next.
Oh, well, you're welcome. We're working the list together.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, the one with Miles Morales
Oh, I'm so pumped. And Spider-Gwen.
and Spider-Man.
Oh, did they actually, like, release a trailer for that?
Well, they had a trailer
Oh,
already
yeah.
for it. They released like a longer trailer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And at the longer trailer, Spider-Gwen drops in at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She looks bad. She looks as badass as Miles Morales' fucking costume does.
Who's playing Miles Morales?
It's a animated feature, so I don't actually know any of the voices right now.
I will tell you in just a moment.
It's not Donald Glover.
It is not Donald Glover. You are right.
Yeah. I remember hearing talks about that, and I wanted that to be a thing so badly.
Well, see, way back before the Amazing Spider-Man films came out, and I think Andrew Garfield did a kick-ass job as Spider-Man, even though the movies he was in was shit. But I was saying that Sony needed Miles Morales, and Marvel needed Spider-Gwen. And now we got a movie with both of them, and it can technically be part of the MCU if it wants.
Yeah.
If it wants to, yes.
Also, Miles Morales is played by Shamik Moore. I probably butchered his poor man's name, but
what's he from? Like, do we know him?
Nothing that I've ever seen. No.
Mostly TV spots.
Yeah, it looks like TV stuff. So.
Okay. Well, good. He sounds great.
Jake Johnson's in it. He was in New Girl and Jurassic World, and Tom Cruise's Mummy movie.
No way, that's New Girl guy?
Yeah, New Girl guy. He plays Peter Parker.
Oh, I can hear it now.
And
okay, yeah, I like New Girl guy.
Liv Schreiber plays Kingpin.
Okay, I feel like nobody can play the Kingpin after what's-his-face.
After D'Onofrio?
Michael Clark Duncan. What?
Oh, God.
I was just kidding. You can't say he did bad. I think that Michael Clark Duncan was a perfect Kingpin, just in a bad movie.
That's an understatement.
The movie's not that bad. You're tainting it with memory. Okay, now for my final film, I'm glad that we did talk a little bit about Spider-Verse, but my final movie, Happy Time Murders.
Oh, God.
Don't tell me you're excited.
I've been following this movie for like a decade now. And then the trailer finally dropped, and it was nowhere even in the vicinity of what I had expected. I still think it's hilarious. I just find the idea of a hard R Muppet movie hilarious.
I mean, no, the idea of it is actually very dope, but the execution of it looks obnoxiously terrible.
It's okay. I sit through Wayne's Brothers movies and I enjoy them, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
Just that fucking actress. I have never liked her in literally anything, ever.
Okay, I have a movie for you that you probably haven't watched then, because it's the movie that changed me on Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
Spy.
Oh, the one she did with Jason Statham?
You know how she always gets cast as angry fat lady?
Mm-hmm.
Spy, she gets to actually show off her comedic chops, and that movie is so fucking good.
It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Like, literally my stomach hurt at points from laughing.
Okay, didn't enjoy it that much.
Spy is really good. It's very underrated.
Alright.
I could see it.
So whenever I saw her in Happy Time Murders, that immediately tipped me off. Okay, this is going to be more of a comedy than I thought it was going to be like a serious noir detective story.
And that would have been
like
great.
Like a hard R Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And
that would be so good.
That's what I've been waiting for. And so whenever I saw that it's just kind of a fun romp for grown-ups who like dick jokes, like, okay, I'm still with it.
Mm-hmm.
Watching a Muppet get banged up against a glass door is pretty funny.
I mean, it's gotta be easier to watch than Sausage Party.
And I sat through that.
I did too.
And I will say, yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that one.
I read the screenplay.
Although I feel kind of the same with Happy Time Murders, that it's like they're pushing the limit just to push the limit, but it's the movies that'll come afterward that'll be better.
Yeah.
Because they're showing that you can do a 3D cartoon for adults, and then this one's showing that you could do a Muppet movie for adults, and like maybe
if it does well.
If it does well, and I'm not sure Sausage Party did well enough to really.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Did it?
Did it?
Sausage Party did unbelievably well because they didn't pay the animators.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it looked like it made like fucking 10 times its budget.
Oh god, that makes me hate it even more now.
We'll just hate the guy that directed it.
I do.
I
actually like some of his earlier movies though.
The idea of the movie was pretty good.
Yeah, I like some of Adam Sandler's earlier movies, but I don't like anything he's been in recently.
If you freaking tell anybody about this, I'll just deny it, bro. Sausage Party. Anyway.
So, video game podcast.
I mean, I would love to do a movie podcast at some point, but alright.
Yeah, but that is not the podcast we find ourselves on.
Yeah, and as we know, whenever you talk about games, you can literally only talk about games and nothing else. That's how it all works. Anyway. So how do you want to do this, Sedge? What you liked, what you didn't like in that order that you had said earlier? Do you want to go press conference?
I say conference by conference.
Okay.
So we'll start off with day one, I guess.
Nobody else was always
day zero.
Yeah, day zero would technically be all the shit that got announced and leaked before E3.
Well, I'd say like day -2, because the EA Play and the Microsoft thing, those were both not E3 technically.
Yeah, I know.
Even though no normal person thinks that.
E3 didn't start technically till June 12th, which was the Tuesday, I believe. Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Yeah, except that it actually started on the 9th.
Yeah, because that's when all the press conference was. The E3 show floor started on the 12th.
Yeah. The conferences are the part that, the public cares about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, EA, in their press conference, well, I'll save my big one.
Okay. Interesting.
For the end, I have to... Sorry, just killing a second here. Fuck off. Ads. All right. I had to pull up some shit. So... Well, let's talk about the first... Well, the first thing I was really excited about, Unravel 2.
Really?
I thought it was cool that they announced that it was released, but does anybody actually like Unravel?
I've heard it was a cute, fun game. I've never actually played it myself. I wanted to. I just never.
It reminds me a bit of aesthetically of a cross between Pikmin and Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that it's co-op and the fact that they were like, it's out right now. Those are really cool. But other than that, I haven't even looked at anything on that game.
I mean, they had a couple of ones.
It is a similar gameplay style to Chibi Robo?
I didn't play that one. I was going to say Little Big Planet.
That too. Those are both Nintendo games, I think.
No, Little Big Planet is Sony.
Oh, it is. It feels like a Nintendo game.
It does.
It's good.
But it's a good game. It's
okay.
a good... So that was one of the better announcements from EA.
Yeah, I've been for each conference I was marking down like shit they said that I'm excited to talk about. And there's only 3 things I have for EA.
I mean, EA didn't really come out with much.
No, they pretty much had their... Well, I guess the one thing I really fucking hated from their conference was when they just went out into the audience was like, oh, it's guy from Respawn Studios just sitting in the audience. What can you tell us about your new Star Wars game? He's like, well, it takes place during the dark times when all the Jedi are getting hunted down. And that's all I can say about it. It's like, why? Why even waste the time to tell us about it? You don't have a trailer.
Well,
like,
I am I am pretty pumped to know it exists.
I mean, we knew it existed though. That's not an announcement. We already knew it was coming.
Are you kidding me? I've been thinking it was Titanfall 3 this whole time.
I mean, that might be what it ends up being.
That might be a better idea in the long run.
I'm real pumped for the idea of if this turns out to be Force Unleashed 3, basically.
It is not.
But you're a Jedi, you get sweet Jedi powers, but then they'll have, like, you can cut off limbs, too.
I mean, they pretty much just said it's called Jedi Fallen Order, and you play a Jedi during the Dark Times.
Thought it was Jedi Downfall.
Nope, Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay, well, I wrote that down wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of pumped for it, but still, I would have wanted that Amy Hennig game.
Yeah, we all wanted that one. It looked so
Just to
good.
not play as the Jedi, to be in the universe, to have an Uncharted-style adventure. Yeah. But whatever. Yeah. All right. And then finally, Anthem.
Yeah.
I guess Battlefield. We could talk about Battlefield, too.
Well, no, we can go to Anthem, because I got two I want to talk about from this.
Okay.
In addition to their... Well, before we get on to the games, EA wants to expand its subscription service. So they basically want to expand EA Access so you can stream brand new games with that subscription fee instead of just older titles.
They don't still have that deal with Microsoft, do they?
I don't think so.
Damn.
But I'm not.
Stupid. Microsoft, what are you doing? Anyway, go ahead.
So currently, it's $4.99 a month for EA Access, and it lets you download older titles and try out new games before launch. They want to have EA Access Premier, which lets you stream brand new games and have access to the original vault of older games as the original EA Access.
Ooh.
I don't think they've set a price for it yet, but I can guarantee you it's probably not going to be $5 a month.
Is that what it is now?
That's fair.
Yeah, $4.99 a month, which isn't bad.
Would it be? How much further over $10 a month would it really cost?
I mean, I'd say probably 15 at the most.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the idea of paying a subscription fee for my games.
Yeah.
I would not mind. I would not mind in the same way that I like the idea of Movie Pass, even though their model doesn't actually make any money. It just literally takes all of your data, and that's how they get paid.
Right.
But I don't mind that. I don't mind if you pay attention to what movies I'm watching, Movie Pass, because I get to watch them. Like, I feel like we're always happy to give up some part of our rights in order to get something cool. And
paying for convenience.
Yeah, and I would take a subscription model that let me access all games, so that I never had to fucking buy them.
But I'm also weird and like to own things because I like to have my shelf full of video games.
Ditto.
Well, I like physical media and whatnot, but like, as somebody who doesn't always have money, it's always a pain. What I do is I go to GameStop, I spend $20, I get as many games as possible, I return them as soon as I beat them and try to trade them in to get that $20 back, and then re-spend it on new games. So it's kind of the same thing except less work.
That's fair. And I mean, for you, it works. For me, it's just not really a thing I would want from my games. But it's a personal thing. It's not like a business thing. From a business standpoint, it's actually a really good idea.
I would not mind a Netflix for games. I think a lot of people would like it. I just don't think that anybody has a good fucking implementation idea.
Yeah, I was about to say, we tried that. It was called Gamefly.
I mean, Gamefly wasn't bad, though.
My cousin said it was. My cousin had it, and he said it took him, like, months to get games on his list.
Huh. But this would be like Netflix now, not Netflix
Yeah.
Nobody mails Netflix anymore.
It still exists, though. As far as I know.
Yeah, my parents still get Netflix movies, like, in physical.
Yeah, remember they were going to change it to Flickster?
Mm-hmm.
Sea of Solitude looked interesting. Looked like a neat puzzle platformer. Love the art style of it. I'm actually excited to play that game.
Tell you how interested I am in that game. It's nowhere on my list, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's fair. It was the one. It had like the really cel shaded art style, and it was about like the monster girl trying to find her humanity in the flooded world.
God, that sounds really good. No, I don't have that anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I don't remember seeing it. Yeah.
Honestly, I actually skipped EA's conference because I knew I wouldn't care about most of it. I just looked up things that I thought would be interesting. I knew about Unraveled, but I didn't see that one.
And then there's that one, which we'll get to that one.
What, Battlefield?
No, Battlefield I'm actually excited for. It's that one that I ranted to you about for like...
I'm not, dude. They ruined it. They fucking ruined it.
How did they ruin Battlefield?
There were no women in World War II.
Oh, fuck off. No, you're not even doing this as a joke. Fuck off. You're not even doing this as a joke. I will not entertain it. Fuck off.
There was never a woman ever in the history of war that
you don't understand. I'm legitimately telling you to fuck off.
I know.
You were like way too heated about this.
No, I'm sick of fucking seeing people say that shit.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Just grow up already.
It is.
Like I was playing Battlefield last week, and some incel fuck in the chat was just starting a fight with everybody.
That's what they do.
He was pulling that argument like, well, women weren't on the... Shut the fuck up. You clearly do not know a damn thing about history. So shut the fuck up and go back in your basement.
You better watch what you're saying here, Sedge, because Chee's gonna quit the podcast with all this SJW nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, no, it's cute that you guys think women can have rights, but I'll let you guys have your opinion.
You guys want to hear a joke?
Do I?
I do.
Women's rights.
God, I hate both of you.
Yeah, that one's kind of played out.
Alright.
Anyway.
Well, no, Battlefield 5 looks super good. I actually was watching a lot of the YouTubers who are big in the Battlefield community, like, because they all got to go there and record gameplay.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I will say they definitely need to tone down the weather effects in that game. Cause holy hell, it was snowing inside of buildings, which mind you, it's a pre-alpha build. So there's gonna be some bugs, but Jesus Christ, there was a lot of snow on the screen. But other than that, like the shooting looks good, the time to kill looks good, and I'm a huge World War II fan, so everything I say is super biased anyway.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jesus is sitting up in heaven going, "What's snow?" Because he lived in the Middle East.
Yes. And then there was the one that pissed me off to no end.
What?
Command & Conquer Rivals.
Oh, yeah, that existed. Hey, I've been hearing some okay things about it.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been hearing things like, I mean, it's alright.
Are you sure they lies?
Yeah, dude, they were like, oh, yeah, I played it and it's, whatever.
It's not a Command & Conquer game.
I mean, whatever is pretty high praise.
Yeah, for what that game is, yes it is.
I saw this trailer recently for a mobile strategy game, and it was like a combination of real-time and tower defense.
Right.
And then this big guy comes walking through, and I'm like, oh shit, this must be that Gears game, that mobile Gears game, because I forgot that that's like a Funko Pop thing. I was like, this must be like that mobile Gears game, but it turned out to not be, and all I could think while watching it was, man, this is all they got to do for Command & Conquer. Come on.
Yeah, I get it that it's probably to build up see who's still hyped for it. But this is not the way to bring hype back to your fans.
Yeah.
Like, announce that you're doing something with Command and Conquer 3 or Red Alert 3. Like,
and even on the subject with like what they were already doing and what they've shown and stuff, is like, if the game turns out to be really awesome, the mobile game, if it turns out to be the best mobile game ever, but it's nothing like Command and Conquer, you've lost all the hype that you even built. Because then they'll come out with Command and Conquer and people will be like, oh, I love that mobile game. What the fuck is this shit? So like you have to have a balance of having it at least like kind of like the actual game it's based on, and not suck in order to actually generate the hype or to even gauge where the hype level is.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's just not gonna do that because it doesn't. One, it's really like if you'd never seen Command and Conquer before, and someone told you this is Command and Conquer, I would never want to touch a Command and Conquer game ever. But like, I played Command and Conquer 3. They didn't even announce the name of the fucking game when they showed that gameplay trailer. They're just like, oh yeah, 2 of the top RTS players in the world, which is apparently not true. Or it is true. I don't know. I don't follow RTS pros. But yeah, they're like...
I thought you had like a real hot take about how you're a better player than they are.
Oh, fuck.
Like, I thought that's what you were building for.
Oh, God, no. I suck at RTSs online.
Yeah, best players in the world. Apparently not. I could just crush them.
Yeah, no. But they didn't say the name of the game, and they they did a real good job of not showing the logos of GDI and NOD. Except they got a quick image of GDI's logo, and I was just sitting there like, oh, please, God, no. Not like this. Don't do me like this, EA.
You ever watch the first Matrix?
Yes, I've seen the first Matrix.
There's Switch and APOC, and at one point Cypher goes and starts unplugging people while Trinity's watching on the phone.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so he pulls the thing on Switch or APOC or whoever the fuck. I don't know. I remember them saying the names in the movie. I don't know who's who. But the lady holds him, and she just looks up at Trinity and goes, "Not like this. Not like this." Like, that was Sedge watching this fucking Command and Conquer.
Basically, yeah. And then I guess besides Battlefield, the other big one from EA was the Anthem gameplay.
Hell yeah, Iron Man Destiny. Iron Man Destiny, Sedge.
It left me lukewarm at best.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, as long as they do it better than The Division.
I think anything could be better than The Division. Because it's not an Ubisoft game. Oh!
Yeah, we'll get to Ubisoft.
But I'm gonna give BioWare the benefit of the doubt here. I know that a lot of people were irritated at how Destiny it is, but it was always gonna be. And BioWare's had years to look at what sucks about Destiny, and just make their game do better in those certain aspects without fixing anything else, and still come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, we can...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we can only hope that they do something different enough from Destiny.
I only have 2 other things about this. Is one, stop telling us that it is a BioWare game, because BioWare's making it, and I'm not an idiot who thinks that game companies should only make, developers should only make one game forever. And 2, to the fans, stop saying it's not a fucking BioWare game. Nobody gives a shit. You either like the people in the studio or you don't. They're not going to keep making Mass Effect 2.
That's true. We've seen that with Mass Effect 3 and Andromeda.
Oh, don't be like that.
I will be like that.
Don't be like that. You're not entitled to Mass Effect.
I don't actually like Mass Effect. Any of them.
Fucking kill yourself.
I'm sorry. I just can't. I couldn't get into them.
Mass Effect is my Star Wars.
Okay, you were entitled to your opinion, and that's fine.
No, Mass Effect is my Star Trek, and I know I'm entitled to my opinion, but you're entitled to my opinion too, and if you don't take it, you're a bastard.
I mean, I'll just take that and we'll move on.
Welcome to It's All Bastards. We're talking about how E3's great and said.
Okay.
Have we been talking about how great E3 is, or just kind of?
I think we've just been shitting on it.
Basically, yeah.
Oh god, what was the next?
We're not shitting on E3. We're shitting on game publishers. Next one, Microsoft.
Okay, Microsoft was next. Right. They actually had some good stuff that they announced that I'm very excited for.
It's so weird because I feel like Microsoft did a very great press conference where I never talked about it at all. And Sony did a very bland press conference where I obsessively searched 3 games.
Well, you already mentioned one of the things
Did he?
that was announced during the press conference, which they announced Gears of War.
Yeah.
But they announced the Gears of War tactics game, which is Gears of War meets XCOM. I think it's just called Gears Tactics. Gears 5 is literally, it's not even Gears of War 5, it's just Gears 5.
Are you sure you're not thinking
There's no more
Gears
war.
Pop?
It's just Gears.
No, there's Gears Tactics and Gears Pop.
Oh,
they announced 3 Gears.
That's why I got confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
they announced 3 Gears games. It was Gears Tactics, which is like an XCOM style, take-turn strategy game. Gears...
So there's actually 2 Gears of War games that I'm looking forward to now then.
Gears Tactics and Gears Pop?
No. I don't care about Gears Pop. I hate Funko Pop. I hate their art style.
Yes.
So Gears and, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Does Sedge have a shelf full of Funko Pops?
I have one on my desk.
Yes.
It's a stupid art style and there's no articulation.
Yeah, no, I collect fucking good figures. Like
so do
Figmas.
So do I.
Yeah, well, where are they?
God, Figma's
Still in the
so
box.
good. Oh my god,
Having
we can... I finally have somebody I can talk about action figures to.
What the fuck am I, chopped liver?
Oh, I don't.
You've never brought up action figures.
The only articulated figures I collect are Figmas.
Because Figmas are great.
Figma's pretty good. I like Figuarts as well.
No, you're right. Figures are good.
And Rebel Tech.
Is it Figuarts the ones that make those huge like super gorgeous articulated nonsense ones?
Figuarts, I don't know. I just know that Figuarts is the only place you can get Dragon Ball action figures that have terrible knees but good bending.
They have the joints don't look good, but you can make them do anything.
Yeah. And then I think it's Figma, but who's the company that does the discs?
The discs?
They do these knee joints where if you have the figure standing straight up and you look at it from the side or back, there's just this giant disc jutting out of the knee. It's dumb.
But
they
know
move
exactly what you're talking
fucking
about.
smooth.
That's not Figma, because Figmas are all ball joints.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not Revoltech either, because Revoltech has the special revolver joints.
Doesn't Revoltech have the ratchet joints?
Yeah. They're the first one to do ratchet joints, and then Squeenix picked it up, but then Squeenix has slowly been making shittier and shittier figures that are higher and higher priced.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, I know. The other thing that Figma does, or the other thing that Squeenix does that nobody else does is Squeenix has their own fucking scale. They make 9-inch figures when everybody else does fucking 6 and 12.
Yes.
Very irritating. I can either have a giant Batman or a midget Batman.
I mean, you want the giant one, though.
The worst part is they're not even in scale with their other toys. If you get like a Metal Gear Solid 2 Raiden and a Metal Gear Solid 5 Snake, they'll be totally different sizes because one's 8 inches tall and the other one's 13.
You experienced this, didn't you?
I don't have the money for Squeenix.
That's true.
Yeah,
I forgot who I was
figures are
talking
so goddamn
to.
expensive.
Or Play Art Sky. I mean, that's the name of it.
Well, they do all the Squeenix shit, but
it is Squeenix Company.
Yeah. Oh my
Microsoft's-
god, Play Art Sky is so pretty though.
So
That's the one I was thinking of. Microsoft
Yeah, Microsoft's
Games.
press conference.
games.
So we had the 3 new Gears games, which Gears 5 looks fan-fucking-tastic.
It's not Halo 6, it's Halo Infinite.
I know it's Halo Infinite. I was talking about Gears 5.
I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the internet.
We'll get to Halo Infinite in a second. The
You already
internet.
covered Gears.
Okay. Yes, Halo Infinite. It's probably not Halo 6.
Probably not.
No. It's Halo Battle Royale
No,
on a Halo.
it's not Halo Battle Royale.
Listen. It's Halo Battle Royale on a Halo.
You know, you've been right before.
I don't want him to be right about this.
I just want to
Well,
see
it's
it go
okay.
down.
It's okay because they've got all those, like, you know, the Spartan V1 armor or whatever the fuck that shit's called.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw a rumor that... I saw a rumor that they might be going back to their original 1999 concept. Well, not the second concept.
It's gonna be a real-time strat?
No, the second concept.
Oh.
The open world adventure game.
That sounds appropriate
I'm
for
down
today's
with that.
market.
Yeah, because, I mean...
I'm really down with that. If the open world is the Halo ring, that's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, because I guess the concept that happened after the RTS. So after it was the Aliens RTS, and after it was the Halo RTS. Oh yeah, Halo was originally an Aliens game.
I feel like I knew that, but I also feel like I'm being informed.
It was supposed to be like a third-person open-world action game. But they couldn't... It was too ambitious, so they toned it down to a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
But they kept like a lot of the big environments, so that's why like the first...
But okay, that's what Bungie was originally working on. Do you really think that 343 is so ingrained in their DNA that they're like, that's such a cool concept, let's try it now?
I have no idea. They didn't tell us anything about it.
I really like that idea though, but it would explain why they showed Chief looking out at the Halo instead
Well,
of continuing the story.
That's why this rumor existed, because I mean, at the end of 5, we did see a Halo ring. So Cortana's definitely found a Halo ring. But
I've not even heard Halo rings be mentioned since
since 3.
Halo 2 was coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, so the fact that they showed the big Halo ring, all the open world environments and everything is what's making people think this. Which, honestly, if that's what they do with it, I'll give it a shot. It's something different, something new.
It'll be like GTA Battle Royale on a Halo ring.
God, I hope it's not Battle Royale. I'm so sick of all the games putting Battle Royale in that don't need it, like Call of Duty. You know what you did, motherfuckers.
Isn't Rage supposed to have it too now?
I don't know, maybe.
That'd be okay though.
We'll get to Rage 2. We'll get there. One conference at a time.
Let's make a tech demo into an actual game.
No, that was
No, I got it. Go ahead. What do you got next for Microsoft? I wrote down almost everything about their conference.
I actually found something I didn't know about. Is a shooter from Bohemia Interactive, the guys who did DayZ and Arma, called Vigor, that's coming to the Xbox One. And
DayZ has allegedly been coming to the Xbox One for like 3 years now.
Well, yeah, but this is from Bohemia Interactive. It's called Vigor. It's a new survival game from the studio that's set in a post-apocalyptic Norway.
Ooh.
So that's something I'm going to be looking out for.
I think that Microsoft had the better trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Square Enix showed the same goddamn one in their press conference the next day.
Yeah.
They didn't even show like a better one. Sony's the only one who got a different trailer.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought that it was the Squeenix press conference where they did the Pirates one.
No, because I didn't watch the Square Enix press conference.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Me neither.
Oh, I did.
I really don't care what they do.
They didn't have a whole lot of.
They got rid of Hitman, and they weren't announcing Deus Ex, so.
Or Splinter Cell.
All right, so like aside from your salt though.
Let's see.
Really? Nobody's gonna talk about Babylon's Fall? Really?
What?
I don't know
about what.
Babylon's Fall. It was a
Microsoft showed a lot of fucking games.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we're really not gonna talk about Squeenix at all. Okay.
We're getting there.
Okay.
We're in Microsoft's press conference right now.
You can bring it up whenever we get to Squeenix.
Y'all just mentioned you never watched it.
What's CD?
Oh, CD Projekt Red?
No. I put KH3 and CD3. That's Kingdom Hearts 3 and what?
Oh, Crackdown 3.
Oh, fuck yeah! Crackdown!
Terry Crews Simulator.
So pumped for this game.
Oh, God, it looks so good.
I know it probably wasn't the best trailer, even though I love Terry Crews to death. People don't seem to really care for it. The game's gonna be dope.
Hopefully it's fun. If anything, I can hope it's fun.
It can't not be fun. Crackdown 2 was garbage, and I still had a good time.
I only played Crackdown 1. Never played 2.
It's fun.
I've heard.
You can't not have fun with Crackdown.
Well, it's like Saints Row. It's just fun.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So yeah, Crackdown 3 looks dope. The new
DMC5?
Well, yeah, that was Microsoft's conference. Yeah. No, DMC5. The hype is real.
How pumped are you?
The hype is real, and I almost cried.
That's not Dante in the trailer. It's not.
I know. It's Nero.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being you.
But I didn't complain about it.
Yeah. No one's
I'm
gonna
pretty sure
complain
they
about
straight
Nero.
up call him Dante.
No, they didn't.
No.
Whatever.
Anybody who's played the games knows that that's not Dante. Because he has the devil trigger arm, or the devil bringer. Well, I guess now it's something different because somebody ripped off his arm, but...
Totally.
Plus, Dante shows up at the end of the trailer anyway, so...
Although that does bring up an interesting counterpoint. People who don't play the games just think it's that guy.
That's true. They probably were like, oh, that's just Dante again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the rest...
And he looks just like Dante from DMC, but with bleached hair.
I mean, the second he revved the sword, I knew it wasn't Dante.
Who is... Oh, come on. Who's the chick from MSNBC? The only good thing that they have.
Fuck if I know. I don't watch TV. All right.
So you're saying that's not Dante.
No, that's not Dante. That's Nero.
That's Nero. So at some point, Nero looks like DMC Dante Bleach Blonde, and DMC Dante, for sure. I'm so surprised that they did not get sued for just putting Rachel Maddow's likeness in a game.
Oh, is that the MSNBC chick?
Yeah, that is, yes.
You know, I'm sure they tried.
It's a game of Rachel Maddow taking down Fox News. It's literally the whole game.
Wait a minute, was she the one who played Kat?
No, Dante. Look up Rachel Maddow. She looks exactly like reboot Dante.
I'm not sure I agree, but...
I definitely don't agree.
I agree. You guys are no fun.
No, we're not. Sorry.
But you know how they have that Bill O'Reilly boss you gotta fight in it?
Yes, I'm fully aware of the Bill O'Reilly boss.
Yeah, the game is about Rachel Maddow taking down Fox News.
You know, this is gonna be my own personal canon now. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
What else did we get from that one?
From Microsoft?
Battletoads. Battletoads.
Dude, I'm so fucking pumped for Battletoads.
I feel bad for
Are you
every
really?
single person who works at GameStop now who's going to have to deal with the kids coming in
Oh my god.
and asking for Battletoads and now not being able to tell them to fuck off.
Right off.
I feel bad for everybody working at GameStop who has to deal with all the 30-year-olds coming in asking about fucking Battletoads.
Basically, people who work at GameStop, we feel bad for you. And
We
Yeah.
feel bad for you for working there in the first place.
a couple of
Let's
us
be
actually
real.
know your pain.
Yeah,
we allowed to
your
disclose
company is
that now,
garbage,
or-
but you do your best.
Are we allowed to disclose that now?
Why wouldn't we be?
You're not allowed to when you work there.
Well, we don't work there anymore.
Exactly. You made it sound so secretive.
Oh.
Great. So now there's another layer of disconnect. There's a cool kids club that I'm not a part of.
No, this is not a cool kids club.
It is
no,
literally
it's
the
beautiful.
anti-cool kids club.
I mean, isn't any club that you guys are a part of the anti-cool club? Anyway,
I
Damn.
mean, non-conformist to the max, of course.
Jump Force, the Shonen Jump game, looked really good.
is that a 2D fighter or a 3D fighter?
3D fighter,
Huh.
from what I saw.
I'm gonna look that up again. I don't know. I just have a horrible taste in my mouth from the last time they tried to do anything remotely, like.
Oh well, that's because the Switch cartridges have a anti-eating thing on them. That's probably what the horrible taste in your mouth is. Don't put those cartridges in your mouth.
I mean, that was a good joke, but
They have a bittering agent.
they do. And I love that was a thing for a long time.
I love the meme of stop putting the cartridges in your mouth and we're gonna start coating them in cyanide.
God, what was that name? Like Jump All Stars or something
Oh
like that?
yeah.
That was so incredibly terrible.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, that's
the
unfortunate.
controls were ugh.
Well, that's why I keep asking if this one is a 3D fighter or 2D fighter, because if it's a 2D fighter, I'm a little more excited. If it's a 3D fighter, I imagine it goes like all the Dragon Ball fighting games before Fighters does, where you just mash a single button and pretend that you're doing something cool. Wow. I guess that's every game now that I think about it.
Especially these days, yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Just Cause 4 got announced during
Tornadoes.
the tornadoes, which fantastic. I'm excited for that. New DLC for Cuphead. So if you
Yes.
want to get punished a little more, there is some DLC coming out for it.
Fantastic.
Dying Light 2 looks fucking awesome.
It does look good, and I'm actually surprised they made a second one.
I am, yeah. I didn't think the first one did that well.
It did.
Section.
What?
You mean unofficial Skate 4?
Yes.
I
So you might want to look into this game because I think it's already been released. I think that the announcement was just that it's coming to Xbox.
No, its release date is set to 2019. It was a Kickstarter.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Cooler.
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter.
It looks good. The song was awesome.
I mean, I for sure thought it was Skate 3.
4.
Or 4. Skate 4.
Yeah.
Like,
but the 4 is where the 8 is, or where the A goes.
Yeah. But, like, I'm looking at gameplay of it right now. And if they use the same, like, stick mechanics as Skate, this is just Skate. Like, the camera is Skate.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I do know it looks good. And what I got my fingers crossed for is that was Podcast Cat.
Yep, that's Podcat. Oh. Well, I can confirm to you they are using stick controls. Oh, that's weird. So I'm on their Kickstarter right now, and you have to, like, use both sticks in different directions. So it's not just, like, the one stick flick.
No, I get it.
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
What it is they're probably very familiar with skateboard, and they don't realize why Skate has such simplified control.
Probably. This probably is definitely, like, a much harder core skating game than even Skate was.
But if it has the fucking replay function, God, Podcast Cat.
Yeah.
You are super loud.
Yeah. Also, did anybody care about the jump game, or did we just move on?
We just moved on.
Okay.
Wait, what? Oh.
The Jump Force game. It does appear to be a 2D-esque fighter in the similar vein of the Naruto Storm games.
Oh.
Where you are moving in a 3D space, but you're kind of locked.
You're fighting on a 2D plane.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat Deception.
Yeah. Just for simplification, since nobody else seems to realize it but me here, that's called a 2.5D game.
Yeah. I always forget that. Oh my god. I'm even petting you now.
Also, before we close out with Microsoft, we gotta mention the fact that they bought, like, every game studio.
Yeah, they bought 5 new studios, including Ninja Theory. The Hellblade people.
Oh yeah, Ninja Theory?
Yeah.
You cut out.
Oh.
For me it went they got 5 new studios, including
Oh, yeah. No, they got 5
people.
Yeah, they got 5 new studios, including Ninja Theory.
Fucking dope.
So that's a lot of indie studios that just came to them.
And then Ninja Theory came out and said, like, we told Microsoft. Ninja Theory came out and said, we told Microsoft that we don't want to be part of the AAA space. So, like, they're literally buying them to just keep pumping out exclusives.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm happy for Microsoft that they finally got game studios. Don't fucking close them this time, maybe. Like, have a little faith in your games or something. Whatever. You got other issues you got to work on. But it bodes well for the future.
Hopefully. As long as they don't do something stupid like that.
Like how they closed off part of Project Spark, and Dreams is literally right around the corner.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then we have the big one. The big announcement. Cyberpunk got an actual trailer. And it
Does
looks...
Does it look like GTA to you?
It looks like...
Do not take any details that you've taken in from the game since. Just there when you were watching the trailer. Did it look like GTA or Watch Dogs?
A little, yeah. I got more of a Shadowrun vibe from it, honestly.
Well, not Shadowrun the game, though.
No, yeah, Shadowrun the game.
What?
What?
Yeah, like the video game.
Really?
Not the one that released for the Xbox 360, not the shooter.
Yeah.
I'm talking...
not the one that we would all be familiar with.
Yeah.
No,
but some other strange one.
No, it's a pretty popular one, Shadowrun Returns.
Oh, the one they made because of all the backlash about the one for 360.
Yeah, it's a isometric RPG. It kind of reminds me of that.
I mean, I guess it'd be Shadowrun Returns. Like, it's a Overwatch. No, my bad. Watch Dogs. It's Watch Dogs with a Shadowrun skin.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. And I am 100% okay with that personally. I like both of those things. I am super stoked. Also, CD Projekt Red, way too hype.
There's a really good interview that Kotaku's Jason Schreier did with the co-CEO of CD Projekt Red. And I highly recommend listening to it. The guy sounds awesome. I don't like his views on crunch, but other than that, they seem passionate. I like it. It sounds good. I'm pumped for this game.
Oh, hell
Plus,
yeah.
I take sci-fi over fantasy, so.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I've done some research into the game since then. Because there was apparently a 50-minute closed-door gameplay demo.
Yes.
And so we know a couple things about it. We know you will be able to customize your character.
Even though it's in first person.
Yep. But you play as like a named character. So your character has a name, you can just customize their appearance.
So, like, the Dragon Age games.
Yeah. Like, specifically the second Dragon Age game.
I thought they... Yeah.
Nope, it was just the second one where you played as Hawk.
Oh.
That
was the only one I played personally.
I'd say more like Commander Shepard in Mass Effect.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
So...
okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know why I sounded so disappointed now.
It's
Probably because nobody ever says Shepard's first name, even the person I'm dating.
Is his first name Commander?
Apparently. I should do that next time.
I completely fucking lost my train of... Oh, yeah, it's gonna be an action RPG first-person shooter.
RPG first, FPS second.
Yeah.
So...
Like,
my first thought was Borderlands, but that's...
Think Fallout, but reversed.
If Fallout was created with love.
Oh, be nice to Bethesda. They ported Skyrim to the Alexa recently.
Yeah,
that is...
I thought of playing it.
I still want to.
It's just a little Easter egg of a couple things you can say.
No, I know that, but still.
My roommate has it. It's actually pretty, like,
legit. I would play that version of Skyrim more than I would play D&D.
Damn.
I mean, it's basically just a text-based RPG, except it's being read out loud to you. And I am...
Oh, like D&D?
No. No.
Kind of.
You have a lot more say in D&D.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess. But, of course, because I'm not dealing with an AI that's collecting my data. Anyway.
I'm trying to remember that one famous text-based ape.
Yeah, I guess move on to Bethesda. I don't even need a list for this. Bethesda opened I need to start with how Bethesda opened their conference, because it was fan-bloody-tastic, and I loved it.
You couldn't stop talking about it during...
Dude, fucking Andrew WK.
You're Andrew... like, I am watching a man rock out on the keyboard.
Like... So many people in that audience look confused. I was also confused because I hadn't seen the Rage trailer with sound. And I didn't know that they had used his song for it. So I'm sitting there
How
like...
do you feel? Go ahead.
Oh, I was sitting there like, why the fuck is Andrew WK up there? I'm alright with this.
How do you feel about Rage going with this, like... Does it feel like Rage found their identity the way Saints Row 2 found theirs?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they definitely took it from a tech demo for the Doom engine.
Yeah.
To its own actual, like, its own game.
Yeah.
Which, the gameplay looks really fun.
This is FPS first.
Yeah.
RPGs.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is like if Mad Max went way too wacky.
It already has, though.
Wait,
Ooh,
no.
Was that too hot of a take? Wow.
No, I just got confused for a second. Like, what?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Mad Max already went wacky. The third movie, dude, Beyond Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. But no, Rage 2 looks super sick, and I'm stoked for it. Not as stoked as a different game that they announced, though.
Fallout 76.
No. Wolfenstein Youngblood.
That's fair. I have something I want to talk about with Fallout, but let's save that for the end.
Well, yeah, because that was their big one. Well, apart from the big one.
Their entire showcase was the big one.
No, because they announced...
It did kind of feel like that.
Yeah,
it was like one after another, like, and this game that you all love, and this game that no one can contest is the best, and this one that is... Like, I'm like, yes,
and this
I know.
one, it's the second coming of Jesus and the Dalai Lama.
I'm like, yes, I know you make good games, please. Calm down. Calm down.
Wolfenstein, so pumped for, been loving the game so far.
Plus, now it's co-op. They're bringing co-op into it, because you're playing as BJ's daughters. So me and a friend of mine are super stoked, because we both have matching Wolfenstein tattoos.
Like nerds.
The Wolfenstein VR is also a thing. Mm-hmm. So that'll be...
Everything's VR. Let's not even talk about VR, because everything is VR with Bethesda right now.
That's fair.
True.
Doom. I'm real pumped that they're taking the old Doom 4 idea, but like injecting it with the new Doom philosophy.
Oh, the Doom set on Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with the whole, we know it's ridiculous, you know it's ridiculous, let's just have some fucking fun.
Well, let's make it an arcade shooter like it's fucking supposed to be, because it's fucking Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that a hot take?
No, I agree.
I mean, maybe, but yeah.
Because both y'all got real quiet when I said that.
We both said yeah.
Just like, it was the way, like, you just was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what else to add to it.
That is, yeah, correct.
100%, man, I agree.
Starfield, they had their announcement for that.
Yeah, that's cool. Elder Scrolls Blades!
Oh, I thought you were... Yeah, that looks interesting.
It'll be interesting.
Fuck ES6 that's not coming out for, like, the next 4 years. Elder Scrolls Blades.
Yes.
It looks tight.
It did look
really
really
good mobile.
It did really good. It did look really good. Like, the graphics look really good. And if they do it right, it could probably be a fun game.
I know it won't be open world or nothing, but I just want a fun experience on mobile.
Right. Which...
You are the mobile crusader here.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. I want games on all systems, but we all know that where we really want games to exist is in a pair of HoloLens glasses that cover our full field of view, and we can switch it to being VR when we want to. Otherwise, it's AR.
I mean, I just want the holodeck.
I would not want the holodeck.
I would, man. I'd be playing so many porn games.
I would lose myself in the holodeck. I would go insane.
Wasn't there actually an episode of Star Trek about that?
Yes.
I would have a pouch of shriveled up raisins where my nuts used to be. I'd be fucking
Jesus. Okay. Moving on.
I mean, they make tech for that now.
I will say that they spent way too much.
Getting into some weird fetish shit in that holodeck.
Before we get to the quote unquote big one, I might be the only person in the world who's excited about Prey.
Oh,
you agree? I thought the asymmetrical multiplayer looked really cool.
I played the new Prey. I did not care for it.
Really?
I did not like it. Couldn't get into it.
I kind of liked it. I liked how it was. It's getting closer to being an immersive sim. I'm such a sucker for immersive sims.
I know you are, and I thought you might be interested, but I don't know. The DLC looked kind of neat.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and play it. Maybe I'll be a little less...
Listen, go back and play it, but shut off any tutorial or hint and just try to play it how you want.
Yeah.
It has a surprising amount of freedom.
Oh, it wasn't the freedom that got me. It was the fact that I kept getting killed by fucking tiny little things.
Oh, so you didn't like it because you're not good at it.
Oh, no, I didn't like it because...
Like everybody who doesn't like Dark Souls.
Yeah, but I'm not good at Dark Souls, but I like Dark Souls.
I don't like Dark Souls because it's not my thing.
That's fair.
It's brooding and angsty, and you always die.
Bethesda spent way too much bloody time on Elder Scrolls Legends.
I literally fast forward through all of it, so I don't even know.
Wait, on what?
Elder Scrolls Legends. They're like mobile card game thing, like Hearthstone.
Oh, okay. You cut out after Elder Scrolls, and I'm like, is this motherfucker shitting on Blades after I just praised it?
No.
But okay, yeah, I don't care about their card game either.
No.
Yeah, they spent way too much time trying to hype that shit up. You already lost to Hearthstone, guys. Like, give up.
Yeah. At best, maybe team up with Project Red for Gwent, but like...
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Gwent is actually great.
Fuck it. Team up with Mojang for, Scrolls.
What?
Is that game even still a thing?
Yeah, what?
What?
Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that.
You cut out on my end, and I heard fucking dang Scrolls. That game is still out? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
The game Scrolls by Mojang.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess we have their big one.
Yay.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Right.
No.
I'm so glad. I was going for the same joke.
Fallout 76.
Didn't they also go for the same joke?
Yes, they did.
Okay, good.
Because they pulled the whole, we all know why you're here, to see what system we're porting Skyrim to next.
And they did not disappoint,
No, they
let
did
me
not.
tell you.
No, Fallout 76 looks dope. It's softcore survival, so unlike Rust and Minecraft, when you die, you don't lose all your shit.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked for that. There's so many people on the internet fucking crying right now about it, like, it's not single player. I don't want to play a multiplayer Fallout game. Then don't.
Yeah, a lot of games recently have been going towards more single player experiences after the backlash of there not being any for 2 years straight.
I'm a little upset right now because, like, I'm down with Fallout 76 and doing a multiplayer Fallout and all that, especially like just broadening the series and giving us more shit in universe that we could play. And like, you seem real down for this idea, and you just shit all over that fucking Metroid game that came out.
Who did?
Fucking Federation Force?
Yes.
That's not even a kind of close comparison.
It was a multiplayer Metroid game.
It was a bad game!
It wasn't a good game.
It was not a bad game.
It was not a good game either.
Disagree.
I know you do. It's okay.
Anyway.
We can all be wrong sometimes.
But no,
I do have a thing I want to talk about with Fallout 76. So like, cover all the gameplay stuff you want. Mine's all my topics nowhere near any of the good stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess the base building with your friends, servers of not a couple hundred people, a map that's 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
Dope.
And nukes.
I mean, the Fallout 4 map was actually...
There's where I'm at.
It was pretty small, wasn't it?
It was fairly small.
Like, I wasn't entirely impressed by that, just because I'm like, yeah,
it was
already
dense.
small.
That was the thing. It was dense.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fallout 4 map is technically small because they kill you if you go too far. But if you could actually see the full map, it's pretty big. There's just nothing. Big and empty.
Yeah.
I mean, but if I can't be in it, then it doesn't mean anything to me.
But yeah, it's
it
like
might as well just be
you
a
don't
painting
wanna
on a wall.
It's like the maps in the new Jurassic Park Evolution game. The islands themselves are big, but your playable build area is tiny as shit. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was a bad Fallout game, right? We can all say that, right?
No, I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, I still liked it.
Okay.
I understand why people don't like it, and I personally don't like it as much as 3, but it's still a good game. I still enjoy playing it.
4 is actually the only one I've played.
Oh.
Oh. I'm actually currently playing through New Vegas, so I don't like Fallout 4.
I really want to play New Vegas, though.
New Vegas is an I'll be honest, I crapped all over New Vegas when it came out, but that's because
Me too.
Did you get bugged out of
sucker
finishing
for
it?
the setting?
It wasn't even
Please tell me it's because you were a sucker for the setting of 3, because that's the reason I didn't like the Fallout New Vegas when it first dropped.
You know, I honestly can't even remember why. I think there was definitely reasons. I think it's because I just thought it was a shitty reskin of Fallout 3.
Yeah, that's fair too.
But
even though it tweaked so much,
I've played it since then. The aiming is infinitesimally better
because it has iron sights.
Yeah, like it is mechanically it is a better game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you one thing. I was looking up my special build recently, and I found out that effectively the charisma stat in New Vegas and 3, but more so in 3, but still the charisma stat's a dump stat. And I did not know that any time I've ever played it previously.
Aww.
And so I did do it as a dump stat this time. And yeah, my experience hasn't changed. I can still put points in speech and barter, and so it doesn't matter.
Well, that's a shame.
We all know how much well, I know how much Kegel likes his charisma-based heroes.
Whee.
Yeah, I'm much more capable of fights now because I didn't have to take points out of endurance. But yeah. All right, so Fallout 76, they have this nuke thing. Can you please explain to me, as best as you know, because you looked into it more than me, how the nuke system works?
So, from what I gather for the nuke system, and this is just off of looking up gameplay and what they said at the conference, you will have to go out, do missions that will not be easy to complete, to basically find a piece of a code. Now, I don't know if one person can gather an entire string of codes, or if you have to have like 4 or 5 people, each with a part of the code, together agreeing where to drop this bomb.
But you work toward a nuke.
But you work towards a nuke, and when you drop the nuke, you destroy everything in the area where the nuke hits. The area becomes high in radiation and high-level monsters.
So, my thing is...
It just makes me think of a raid.
Do you remember forward
it's
operating
just backwards.
bases?
I didn't play Metal Gear Online. I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 5 Online because I did not care about it.
That's cool as hell.
Okay, well, it's not technically MGS Online. It was the forward operating base online component.
I didn't fuck with it. Didn't fuck with it.
Fine, it's fine. The thing is, though, the entire point with Metal Gear was nuclear disarmament. You could build a nuke, and it's the ultimate deterrent to get people to not fuck with your base, because you have a nuke and you'll destroy them if they do. But there was a secret hidden scene for all players whenever there is 100% denuclearization.
That was actually my thought. That what happened in Metal Gear was my first thought when they brought it out.
Yeah, and then for Fallout, though...
I hoped they
would
have done that, but...
I know that it's a different mentality for the games anyway. Metal Gear is about nuclear disarmament, and Fallout is about nuclear war. But I also think that it's kind of indicative of the mindset difference between both the East and the West, because we're praising nukes in this game, where the nuke is the ultimate bomb you can have in the game. It's your end goal. Yeah. Whereas the game made by Eastern developers, it was like, get rid of all the nukes. You're a monster if you have one.
I wonder why.
Well, no, I'm obviously, but I just thought that it was interesting to point out.
No, it is. That's a very, I mean, it's...
Only the hottest takes on this podcast.
Yes. That you didn't know, to the 16 of you who listened to the last one, you didn't know that's why you were here. But that's why you're here.
Honestly, though, that has been my favorite thing this podcast. Thank you.
What?
Shit, we went back to politics though.
But yeah, no. I mean, I definitely. I don't know how I feel about the nukes. I like if only one person can have a piece of the code and you need everybody to agree on where to shoot this missile.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. But
Yeah, I'm down with responsible
they
nuclear armaments
No.
as well.
it's not even
But-
responsible. It's that you can't. I don't want people trolling me with the missiles
Exactly.
because they've said that it's going to permanently change the map. So in theory, after a year of this game being out,
It'll just be a fucking wasteland because we're all monsters.
yeah, basically. Which is sad because this is the first Fallout game literally ever that's had green in it. Mm-hmm. Apart from the green filter
Yeah.
that existed over Fallout 3.
And sweet John Denver songs.
That's true. But yeah, so that's Bethesda's press conference. Should we move on to Ubisoft?
Squeenix.
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 looks pretty dope.
It does. The Frozen and Tangled worlds I'm not excited for at all, but I have faith that they can make them look interesting. It's just
I'm pumped
from
for
what
it.
I've
I like
seen-
the idea from the trailer that maybe how we play in our actions will depict on whether or not Elsa becomes an ally or a villain.
that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But
We've already
Also, I'm a sucker for Tangled. So
no, I absolutely love the movie, but it didn't seem like the best. It's not a very.
all the trailers were weird, but
It's not a very
it's still-
fantastic setting. It is my thought on it. It's a very straightforward
If they-
story.
if they ever did Snow White before, it's literally the exact same setting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like Tangled was just the world of Snow White brought to 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
What was the game that you were pumped for, Chi? The one that you were like, is nobody going to talk about this?
Huh?
Earlier, you were like, is nobody going to talk about this one fucking game?
Oh, I mean that was partially in sarcasm, but
Oh.
that was Babylon's
I-
Fall, by the way.
I'll make sure not to care next time. What is it?
Well, that's the problem. They showed literally nothing, but it is a platinum game, so I'm like obligated to be excited.
Yeah.
I heard about this one, actually.
I'll tell you right now, I went from not knowing the game even existed to now wanting to see it
Yeah.
just because of the developer there.
Exactly. That's why I was so mad. The trailer, I mean, look at it because why not? But you're not going to get much out of it.
I mean, I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. And when they announced Metal Gear Rising Revengeance when it came back as a platinum game, I was like, oh no, they shit all over everything. And I own that game. I've played through it like 3 times. It's amazing.
I love platinum games. I love what they do with games. So
They can do a hack and slash.
they can. So I mean, I believe the release day was somewhere in
It looks like 2019.
2019. So they're not even bothering to give us any information.
No, because they're focusing on Devil May Cry right now.
Yeah. Well, and they're producing Bayonetta 3.
Oh, that's
so-
right. Yeah, Bayonetta 3.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Which
that.
there was no news on that, was there?
Other than the fact
Nope.
that Bayonetta's coming back to Smash Brothers, no.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I wanted to see anything about that, but
Was there anything else at Squeenix's?
Nothing that we hadn't seen at other conferences.
Yeah.
is that true? Octopath Traveler wasn't shown.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Yeah, it
I
was.
know one
was
that
shown
I
at Nintendo's.
Oh right,
I know.
right.
I know
because
one
I
that
never
we haven't brought up yet.
actually watched Nintendo's. I just picked bits and pieces of it.
Which one haven't we brought up yet?
Tomb Raider.
Oh, yeah.
Still looks good.
It's still Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I really love the Tomb Raider reboots, and I haven't even had a chance to play through one yet.
You just love watching them.
Yeah, man, it's like when Uncharted came out, I was like, this is exactly like playing Indiana Jones. And then whenever they did the Tomb Raider reboot, I'm like, oh my god, it's Indiana Jones with Laura Croft. Like, just I could play as Indiana Jones forever. So
I mean, when Uncharted came out, I was like, oh, this is just Tomb Raider with more shooting. And then Tomb
yeah, it
Raider
was
came
Tomb
out.
Raider.
And then Tomb Raider came out. I was like, oh, it's just Uncharted, but with boobs.
In the same way that Ninja Theory's Heavenly Sword was called Goddess of War,
Yeah.
Un-
Yeah.
Uncharted was Dude Raider.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it didn't look interesting to me. It
Um,
looked pretty. The stealth mechanics looked interesting, but
When Tomb Raider? Yeah.
God, don't get me started on stealth mechanics, man. Man.
Well, yeah, so that's basically Squeenix's conference. Ubisoft is next, I think.
Ubisoft. One game I care about.
and that is
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
You're
No.
lying.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
They fucking showed Jade in the trailer.
what?
But they
Yeah.
also said it's a fucking prequel.
Yeah, so Jade's evil. Like she shows up at the end of the trailer and everybody's just like looks at her like, "Oh, oh shit. Not her."
Yeah. He says, Jade?
Dun dun dun.
She's like, I put away the camera so that I could learn how to kick ass, motherfucker.
Assassin's Creed
They disappointed me with that. Did you hear them mention that it's a whole galaxy?
yes.
That's so irritating.
You told me that.
It's so irritating because back in the day, whenever they were showing it off before, and it was given those No Man's Sky warning vibes, I was like, it's okay. They're just doing one solar system. You can do a solar system with multiple worlds. That's more than enough for any video game.
Yeah. But
I mean, we all play Grand Theft Auto, and it's literally a city. It's never bigger than one county,
that's true.
and it's fun.
I don't. We still haven't seen shit on it except for Joseph Gordon-Levitt's whatever the fuck creator program that is. That's hey, put your
Record.
shit. Yeah, record your shit for our game, and we might put it in. And
But the thing about this one is, I'm interested in what Record is, and I'm happy for JGL. I like him. What's interesting with this one is they have, if you contribute art for this, they actually have direction for what they want. Like you can put in any crazy shit, but like they're specifically looking for like we need buildings, we need graffiti or shit like that. They give you an actual commission that you have to do, and then somehow all the artists are going to end up paid too.
yeah,
So somewhere somebody's lying. But anyway, it's weird, and I don't understand it.
yeah. I'll wait to see more about that.
I am curious though. It sounds ambitious, and with such a big studio behind it, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm super stoked for Skull and Bones. Which is Ubisoft's pirate game.
Pirates are in this year.
Yeah. Pirates are in.
God damn it. Everything comes back to Scott Pilgrim.
Second Scott Pilgrim reference this episode. Let's try for more.
Lesbians?
Is how it felt about this E3.
Yeah, no, Skull and Bones looks fun. Mostly
I'm in
because
lesbian.
I enjoyed the sailing in Black Flag, and this looks like an entire game of just that, but with an actual tactical element where you have to seize the wind gauge. What?
You okay?
And I just fucking hate the sail. I hate sailing. I hate pirates. I hate Ubisoft pirate sailing.
But it did so well. So how do you hate pirates?
Ugh. I hated it in 3. I hated that they spun it off into a whole fucking numbered entry.
Why? 4 was way better than 3.
I disagree. And I know that's a hot take. I know that's an unpopular opinion.
Damn, son. We better...
But I prefer Assassin's Creed 3 because I like the American Revolution. I like a native main character instead of a white boy pirate.
Yeah.
I'm Edward Kenway. Yeah. Whew, got that.
God damn it. All right.
I feel like I can taste your hatred right now, Setch.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure it looks good. I'm sure it looks great.
It looks fun. I am excited for it. I like the fact that it looks like Sea of Thieves, but with shit to do.
I'm so happy that they made an Assassin's Creed game.
Quote from Jimquisition?
Yes. And
I'm so happy.
Pretty much every game reviewer and myself.
Unsolicited plug.
I'm glad that they made an Assassin's Creed game that somehow looks just as interesting to me. Maybe not as Egypt, but it looks pretty interesting to me. And then they managed to just shove more sailing into it.
Yeah, there's more sailing in Odyssey.
I fucking hate sailing, Ubi. Stop.
Sailing hasn't been cool since Wind Waker.
Now I'm just gonna start hoping sailing gets into every game. I hope it's in Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way, dude. This is my punishment for them finally coming out with PsyOps 2. Like, oh, you can get it, but you gotta sail for it, motherfucker.
PsyOps 2. You're a boat with psychic powers and you have to sail.
Oh, looks like we gotta take the psychic sails. What? No.
I'm gonna make this game now just to torture you.
Kegel's own personal hell.
Use your telekinesis to blow on the sails, main character. No. No. Just me sitting there crying with a controller in my hand.
Not like this. Not like this.
Like
And you'd buy it anyway.
Speaking of No Man's Sky, though, we have Starlink, which is...
Were we speaking of No Man's Sky before?
Yeah, we mentioned it when we were talking about Beyond Good and Evil.
It was mentioned once.
Starlink. That game where you build the ships on the controller and it looks really awkward to hold.
What?
Do you not know about that?
I don't either.
Oh. Yeah, Ubisoft is basically making a game. It's one of those, like, the toy games, like Skylanders.
Oh, yeah, Star Fox is in it.
Yeah, Star Fox is in it, and it looks...
Or whatever his name is.
No,
like his real
Fox
name.
McCloud.
Yeah, Star Fox, okay.
Yeah, Star Fox.
Yeah.
It looks neat, and, Ubisoft guy...
If you're building a model, wouldn't that be closer to the Lego game?
No, because it's basically a base model and then you put parts onto it.
Oh, she said if you're building a model.
Oh, yeah.
I thought she started off that question with if you're building Obama. And I'm like, wait, what is this game?
I'd play it.
And how the hell is Star Fox in it?
Yeah, so that game looks neat. Odyssey looks cool, and I like the fact
I wish they would have unveiled like a Watch Dogs 3, because Watch Dogs 2 seemed really, really awesome.
I am playing through it currently. It is much better than Watch Dogs 1.
I actually really liked Watch Dogs 1. How much better can it be?
It doesn't have a man who's
because it actually has a voice in the soul.
A soul.
And it doesn't have Angsty McCaptain Angst Pants.
You think that'd be right up your alley, Sedge?
No.
Right.
See, Devlin actually has some personality.
Don't bring your nerdy D&D campaigns into this. That's why I didn't make a joke about Kegel hating pirates, even though he plays a pirate every fucking week.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not in a no pirate D&D game. I don't play that shit.
Exactly. So. That's not canon to the podcast, okay?
Jesus. Okay.
Well, also because scheduling issues, I really don't play anymore, so I can say with 100% honesty, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't play a pirate.
Right.
You better cut that shit out, Sedge. I don't want to look like a nerd like you do.
No, that's going in there, and it's going to be repeated over and over and over again.
I just realized your new headset has a mic.
Yeah, but it's plugged into that.
I know. It just
cool. Yeah, great. Anyway, games.
That was just funny to me. Watching a mic get closer and closer to a mic.
Yeah.
I'm like bracing myself for the feedback that I knew wasn't gonna come.
Oh, we got some new DLC for Mario and Rabbids, so that's cool. That game was fun.
That is cool.
I enjoyed that game. It was like a baby's first XCOM, but somehow harder.
Ubisoft irritates me because, like, they keep towing this line between, like, quirky publisher, you know, like, even though we're big, we're still awesome, like Rockstar, and, like, shitty publisher, like, hey, we could...
Hey, we're EA.
Being garbage. Activision's worse, come on.
Yeah, well.
What did they do again?
Everything. Call of Duty.
Putting in a sweet new single-player mode.
And a season pass.
Gonna have those classic multiplayer modes that we're familiar with, not jumping on any trends.
No, not at all.
So.
But yeah, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey looks neat. New DLC for For Honor. That's all I really give a shit about.
Is that still a thing?
That was my thought.
I don't think so. That game did... I don't think that game did well.
Is that game realistic?
No.
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 You can't hack off limbs?
No.
No.
Except if it's
Isn't
in like
For Honor the game where you get like a one-on-one battle between a samurai and ninja?
No, I mean...
Samurai and a Viking.
You can, but usually it ends up with you fighting one-on-one with somebody and then getting fucked up.
What was that TV show on
Deadliest
Spike?
Warrior.
Yeah, it's the game that seems like a game of that, but without the license.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a cool concept.
Neat concept, poorly executed.
Sounds like Ubisoft. Doom.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's Ubisoft's. I think Sony is next.
Sony is next, but like, I only wrote down 4 things, and 3 of them I'm gonna talk about forever. Do we want to go to Nintendo?
Well,
because it's so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nintendo. They announced Smash Bros. Ultimate. Every character from all of the games ever. Congratulations, you win.
Toon Zelda versus Metroid versus Star Fox.
Versus Snake. And David Hayter actually came back to record some new lines.
Which is pretty dope. I guess nobody really realizes that there is beef between him and Kojima.
I was unaware that there was actual beef between him and Kojima.
Yeah.
They had a fight with MGS4 over whether or not Snake would actually kill himself. Hayter says that Snake would do it because he always sacrifices himself for the world. And Kojima gave a big boss ex machina and cured Snake with hugs. So they had a falling out after that. That's why he replaced him on 5.
Ah.
I didn't know that.
I did not either.
I mean, technically, I don't know that. I just read a bunch of shit, and over the years, I build up my own narrative. So maybe I'm wrong, but
there's just gonna be somebody listening to this. It's like, no, they fucking didn't have a fight. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm thinking, what if somebody was listening to this one day and they were just like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," and they asked Kojima one day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's what happened." and I'm just like, wow.
Wait, what?
Aren't you optimistic?
Oh, right. So yeah, and they announced some other games like Overcooked 2, which is exciting. Octopath Traveler,
Pokemon. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Octopath Traveler, which is a game from the Bravely Default people, which looks interesting. I have the demo for it. I haven't played it yet.
Is it officially by Bravely Default?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I did too, but I didn't hear any like official confirmation. I thought it looks very similar, and it uses the same font as the.
I don't think it's made by.
I don't understand.
Bravely Default and Bravely
is
Second.
Bravely Default a game where a bunch of like over-sexualized anime children fight each other?
That is exactly what happens.
But I mean, is it a fighting game?
No.
No, it's an RPG. It's an RPG. It looks like remarkably similar for them to not be at all related, but
they're definitely made by the same branch of Square.
Yeah. And I really liked the Bravely games.
They're both Square games.
Yeah, so that's pretty much all I give a shit about from the Nintendo conference.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee got some hands-on time, and everybody is singing their praises, so that's good news to me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everybody was up in arms that those games weren't going to be,
They're not the core Pokemon games.
It's like, yes, they've said that. Now move on.
Yeah.
Also, God forbid they make a game that bridges the wider audience to main Pokemon games. That could only be bad for us if everybody in the world liked Pokemon.
Everybody in the world already does like Pokemon.
We got our taste of the closest we'll ever get to world peace when Pokemon Go was popular.
Yeah. It's true.
Also, recently, Pokemon Go actually gave an update. They're friends, trading, and battling now.
Yes, I did see that. You can build your battle teams and all that, so that's neat.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, let's get into Sony.
Oh boy.
It's nuts, man. They did not have the best press conference. It was kind of dull.
No, but the shit they announced is fan-fucking-tastic.
It's so weird because they were just they had weird music at the beginning, I guess. Like the dude that rocked out on the flute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I guess I read some stuff about that because I actually was wondering what the hell was going on with that. Apparently, he is one of the... I saw a post. I haven't looked it up. I haven't confirmed it.
No, it's true.
He is, registered as a master of that instrument?
Yes. No, that's true.
Okay. Yeah, so that was weird.
I mean, why else would they get him?
I don't know. There were people pulling the whole why is there a white guy playing this instrument argument.
Fuck off.
You know what it taught me? I just don't like the flute.
Honestly, I was listening to that instrument and I've heard it obviously in a lot of movies.
Tons of different media, yeah.
It sounds not great live.
Mm-hmm.
It did not.
The microphone picked up his breaths.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really needed to mix that different, but nobody gave a rat's ass, I guess.
I could physically feel his tongue touching his teeth.
Oof.
And then, hear every time he breathed in, it bothered me.
Oh, God.
Well, now I'm not going to be able to unhear that. Thanks.
Sorry, I pick up on weird things.
But the game that it preceded looks fucking sick, and it's from the guys who did Infamous and Sly Cooper. Mm-hmm. So Sucker Punch is back with a new IP.
Good pedigree.
Yeah.
That Samurai Ninja game was the Sucker Punch game.
Yeah, that's the Sucker Punch game.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Samurais were in this year.
Yeah, Samurais are in this year.
Oh my god, it might actually control well then.
I mean, for the gameplay demo, I
feel like Japanese games are too floaty.
Maybe?
Sure.
It's a personal thing I don't know how to describe.
No, it's weird because I agree, but not in a negative way, because I tend to feel that
yeah, some people like it.
Yeah, I tend to feel that maybe Western games are a little too jarring, like move the stick, now I'm over there, move the stick, now I'm over there.
Yeah.
I want to look. Calm down,
yeah,
controls.
There's definitely and it's weird because like shit like Platinum is very much, their games are cool because you can button mash and make it through, but you can learn the intricacies and the timing, right?
Yeah, which is the
And
whole
yet
point of it.
somehow it still feels like floaty and detached. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a Japanese thing. But that game to me looked very
Subtlety.
Japanese, so it's very surprising to hear.
I mean,
that
it's
Sucker Punch.
I did
got a Japanese setting.
I did see an interview with the Sucker Punch devs that they were very glad that Assassin's Creed went to Greece and not feudal Japan.
I mean, well,
You know what I didn't
True.
like with the trailer though?
What?
They have those little gameplay bits. He gets on his horse and they're like, "Oh, look, it's like Witcher," and then they're like, "Oh, look at how beautiful this grass is." He does this giant unnecessary U-turn. First he walks, then he does this giant unnecessary U-turn, and like the whole time, like my brother was just like, "Dude, fucking run! Dude, fucking run! Dude, fucking." And I'm like, "Dude, stop wasting your time! Dude, stop wasting your time!"
they're demoing the grass, okay? You know what they're
I know,
doing.
but it's very hard. I know. Objectively, I knew, but it's just very hard to watch. I play games for an audience. Okay, I move my camera around. I try to make everything look cinematic as I do it. I play The Last of Us on easy, and sometimes I purposely get in situations where I fuck up so that it looks like a desperate struggle. And I just didn't like the way that they did it. It looked like they were pointlessly wasting time.
Yeah, probably. But game looks good all the less.
Looks fucking gorgeous.
I don't know. I wasn't as excited for that one as I was about the other two Samurai games.
Oh,
but
about FromSoft's game and Neo 2,
yeah.
which I was
We
actually...
forgot about Neo.
I mean, we didn't because it's in the Sony press conference and I was about to bring it up.
Oh, okay.
So, Neo 2 got announced, so that's neat. I didn't
Just
play
happened
Neo
to
1.
I just thought it was really funny that like I was joking that when From was coming out with their, you know, Shadows Die Twice, like oh, it might be a new IP, but it might be, you know, just fucking Bloodborne, and you know, and I'm like, lol, wouldn't it be funny if they just remade Neo because they could just do it better? And then it was like, hey, here's Sekiro. And I was like, oh, holy shit. They actually did it. And then Neo's like, hey, but this is our thing. Comes out with a sequel. I'm like, alright. We'll see who does it better then, I guess.
Who wore it better? E3 2018.
Exactly.
So yeah,
That's a nice black and blue game you got there. I like the white and gold one.
so Neo
Although
2...
Spectre, I will say for that Sekiro or whatever game, I
Yeah.
heard Yanni.
I mean, you're wrong, but that's okay. From actually came in with 2 games, technically.
What was the other one?
The weird VR one.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the VR one.
No? I mean, yes, I guess. That wasn't what I was thinking of, though.
Which one were you thinking of?
Yeah, you freak.
I was on the tip of my tongue.
Moving on.
No, I need to get my list out.
I need to cut off a woman.
All I can remember is XD. No one's gonna help me.
I have no idea.
No one's gonna help me. I'm gonna look it up myself. God damn it.
Well,
It was
I don't
from
know what the fuck
Devolver
you're talking
Digital.
It was.
Somebody's screaming it.
Metal Wolf Chaos.
I didn't see
okay.
that one.
Did you not watch
I know
Devolver
exactly
Digital's?
what you're talking about.
No, I didn't watch Devolver Digital's conference.
Why not?
I didn't know that they had one.
It was the best.
It's
part.
always the best.
And you admit that, but you didn't watch it.
It was like midnight. I had to work.
There's a thing called
Pussy.
the internet.
Yes, well, I didn't.
I didn't watch
haven't-
any of these things live.
I haven't gone back and watched it.
because I have a life.
Yeah, no shit. I literally made my brother load up that Samurai Sucker Punch game that we were just talking about. I made him load it up yesterday just for this podcast.
Yeah, no. From has 2 games: Metal Wolf Chaos, XD. They brought up, which is a super old game that I think was only a Japan exclusive, but
I
I think it's interesting that for a game studio that's so kind of perfectionist in a way, they only come out with a game like every few years, and they only really work on one exclusively. But the fact that they're like, hey, remaster and also new IP? Question mark?
2 new IPs. Or, no, 2 remasters. Because they had Dark Souls earlier this year, too.
True. Oof, yeah, God.
So, that's a lot from this year.
Yeah.
I guess the next big one is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Oh, man. I've watched 2 separate demos of that fucking game, dude.
Are you still subscribing to your theory?
I think I don't want to say it. Well, I'll say it just because, but I think I might be wrong.
I'm pretty sure you are wrong.
Yeah,
that's why
I've seen a lot more on it. It was a good idea, though.
Yeah, no, it was a good theory. It was just wrong.
So gee, back whenever we only had like the announcement trailer and then the Sinister Six trailer that they did at whoever's Sony's conference. I don't know why I was going to say whoever's. It's literally a Sony game. Mm-hmm. I was saying that what if we have only been seeing the beginning of the game? You play as Peter Parker to learn how to do the controls and stuff, but then you'll take over as Miles Morales because Peter dies at the hands of the Sinister Six.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, probably not going to be what happens.
No, I wouldn't believe that.
Now, do you think we see Venom in this game?
It would be good timing.
I think that they're going to have everybody in this game, dude.
Well, because they've already teased a decent amount of the Sinister Six.
Yeah, I think the whole Rogues Gallery will be in this game.
Okay. Well,
you know what? I'll put money on we'll probably see the Kraven boss fight I've always wanted.
Maybe.
Where he's hunting you and you're Peter Parker, but then he attacks a place, so you got to find a way to be Spider-Man and go after him. Am I real quiet right now?
No, you're not.
All right. Because I kind of set it down and picked up some sticks because I'm just patiently waiting for the extra ones I'm going to gush about. You got Spider-Man, dude. That shit looks good. You know what I did learn? You only swing with right trigger.
Oh, thank God. Oh, well, that is upsetting.
I know, because that amazing Spider-Man 2 bit of having each trigger be a thing is such a good idea. But with all the other shit that they've done with it, I'm not too upset.
Plus, it actually looks like where Amazing Spider-Man 2, like, basically every web swing was at the same speed no matter what. This one looks like they actually have fucking momentum behind the swings. Like,
I feel kind of weird about it, though, because, like, okay, I watched a thing where he actually, the person runs, which was pretty dope, runs up the Empire State Building, right? And then they do the kind of overused fucking web slingshot thing that they've been doing, the web zip.
Yeah.
And they do that, and they get up on top of the building. When they're up there, he's doing a cool little pose, and the camera's all like Assassin's Creedy. And then he jumps off, and diving, there's like this rush of speed like a Burnout game.
Yeah.
And it's crazy awesome. And then they swing, and it immediately kills the momentum.
Did it? Oh no.
Yep.
Because I didn't see that then, because I remember playing Spider-Man 2 back on the PS2, and
another thing that nobody has brought up, but I think the webs are attaching to midair, dude. I don't think they're attaching.
No, they're attaching to buildings.
I don't think they are. I watched the demo. He does a swing where there's nothing near him, and the web is right overhead.
I hope to God that you're wrong, because I won't buy it.
At the very well, it still looks like it's a great game. That's what makes this so difficult to say. At the very best, though, I think that it's like Web of Shadows, where it's a fixed point in air near a building.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I did see him do like some banks around corners and stuff that look like, oh yeah, he's definitely attaching the web to buildings. But there's a couple parts, and there's plenty of gameplay demos to look for to find it. there's a couple parts where he swings where there is nothing imaginable around him, or he swings above the building that his web should be attaching to, in a way that, like, yeah, what is he hanging off of?
Oh, that's upsetting. Because like I was about to say, I remember playing Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 and, like, diving off the Empire State Building and fucking rocketing at Mach 2 while you could see your webs attached to the building next to you.
I know.
And
then,
like,
amazing.
No, I don't think it was a final
Spider-Man.
build. It's definitely like beta build though, because it comes out in September.
Beanox was kind of fucked over because I think that they had the capabilities of making a great Spider-Man game, but for whenever they did Amazing Spider-Man 2, they brought back webs attached to buildings, and then they did the trigger thing that we were talking about earlier. But they were able to use webs attached to buildings as a selling point. It's apparently that big of a deal. Yeah. You know what I mean? That even though it had already been done, they got to advertise they're doing it again. And yeah, I worry. I know Insomniac has an incredible pedigree. I know that it's in safe hands, but I worry.
Yeah, I mean, it's Insomniac, so the game itself is going to be good.
Yeah, they have Arkham stealth moments.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yep. And the combat looks really good. In addition, instead of it being musically timed like Arkham, or not understanding what makes Arkham so good like Amazing Spider-Man games, it looks like you build up a meter, and that meter will let you do a special fucking move to take out a dude. So one of them is if you knock everybody down real quick, you'll jump up and just fire shoot webs. They're all done. And then another one is you just kick the shit out of one poor guy.
One poor bastard gets his entire shit pushed in.
But I only saw a total of 3 of those, like once you max the meter moves. So
I'm sure there'll be more.
It's hard because on the one hand, again, yeah, Insomniac's pedigree. I mean, I still think they have one of the most underrated exclusives on Xbox. But on the other hand, Sony has never given a shit. They want the Spider-Man money, but they don't know what makes them tick.
Nope, not at all. All right. So
let's do PsyOps 2. Why not?
You mean Control?
Yeah, Control PsyOps 2.
I still didn't watch the gameplay demo, so I know you did, and you said that it.
I didn't either. If I had known that, I would have. But
good. It looks like it's classic Remedy, like they're blending the mundane with the surreal, which is real nice. I'd say though, instead of it really being PsyOps 2, like I keep calling it just because I need games like that more.
You need the validation.
Yeah. Well, it's a great fucking game. Anyway.
I have it now.
It looks like they're taking bits and pieces of Quantum Break.
Ooh.
So it's like PsyOps plus Quantum Break equals
question
Control.
mark?
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It looks very interesting. I wish that her power hand, not that you need a hand when you have mind powers, but whatever. I wish
you wish that she could shoot and power.
Yeah, that like PsyOps.
Yeah, we know you just want PsyOps.
There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to admit to the problem.
Oh no, there's no problem. The problem is there's not more PsyOps.
No, that's definitely a game to keep an eye on. We'll get to the 2 big ones. I just want to talk about one that I'm super excited for, which is the Resident Evil 2 remake with Resident Evil 4 controls.
I haven't watched the gameplay shit on that. What do you think?
I am stoked.
Are you upset that the faces look dumb or whatever everybody was bitching about?
I am a little upset that the faces look dumb. The faces, I think they have a set for what Leon looks like now. They've had it for about 2 games and 3 movies. This doesn't... it doesn't even really look like a younger Resident Evil 4 Leon. It looks like a more confused person. Like Leon from Resident Evil.
Hold on, one of the faces I've been seeing is supposed to fucking be Leon Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. I can see why there's a little bit of a backlash.
Like, maybe I'm just not as filled in, but I don't see much of an issue.
They all got derp face, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they're based off their original graphics, which were kind of trash.
That's true. They are based off the original graphics.
They all look really dumb.
I mean, to me, they just look like how they used to.
Well, like...
They look like dumb, ugly people.
Didn't they always?
I don't know. Leon Kennedy is super hot.
I mean,
And
you're
what about
entitled to your
Redfield,
opinion.
huh?
I give no shits about... God. Leon's always been my dude.
Because he's hot.
Sure.
If he was walking
Don't
around
deny
Resident
it.
Evil 4 with a derp face, you wouldn't like him as much as you do. Everybody wants to play as an attractive protagonist.
That's why the game starring me
Good for
hasn't
hot
taken
people.
off yet.
Ooh, wow, that's his face?
Yeah, the first image.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, number 2's okay. It looks like a young Leon, looks like a rugged older Leon, and number 1 just looks derpy.
Yeah, well, so the Leon, and I know, I'm sorry, listeners, because you can't see this, but basically I have a picture of Leon from RE2.
You could put it with the video, couldn't you?
I probably can.
You really should.
But
should have
yeah,
some-
so in order, we have the RE2 remake, Resident Evil Vendetta, which is the last CG movie that came out, Resident Evil
Nice.
6.
Oh, that's why I look so good.
Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is the gruff, rugged Leon who forgot what zombies were.
Yeah.
And the last one is RE4, which is emo, I listen to too much Fallout Boy Kennedy.
It looks a lot like 4, I think.
That is 4.
No, the new one.
It does look a little bit like 4, but he definitely... I don't know, something's different with
They
his face.
took away his chin but gave him a massive cleft. So he's just got this tiny baby butt on the bottom of his jaw, and it's real recessed. So he's like super slack jawed.
Leafy would be jealous.
Like
God.
Remake 2 Leon definitely has a severe overbite. Look at how slack his jaw is.
Jesus. Yeah. Alright.
I'm here to save the president's daughter.
God. But yeah, no, I'm super stoked that they actually went with, you know, what everybody wanted them to do for the Resident Evil 2 remake. Which is remake Resident Evil 2, but with modern day controls. And gameplay.
We're going down.
Alright, so now we have to talk about the two big ones.
Oh, no.
Oh, buddy.
And
Do Western game first.
alright, so
unless you don't want to.
No. I just know that this is gonna take another hour for us to talk about both of these.
I promise I won't. I've already got most of it out on you.
So Last of Us 2 looks fantastic. And Dark is all fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It
Like-
looked, if I could quote an amazing trailer I watched, it looks terrifying.
It does look terrifying. Like, it looks like it's gonna fuck with your mind.
I am so excited for that.
And
How
not,
about adding a prone?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's prone now. The dodge mechanic that they showed off in the trailer, where she literally like
dodging
matrixed,
arrows.
she
Yeah.
matrixed out of the way of an arrow, and then got slugged with a bullet, and you can actually see her kind of limping a bit.
Yup, until she fixes it.
But is that going to be in... I'm sorry if I sound cynical, but is that going to be in the game? Or is that proven?
Yes.
Yeah, that was game.
No,
it was gameplay.
This was 100% gameplay. You can, if you're really familiar with the first Last of Us, you can just see how they've just like added on to the core gameplay.
Yeah, but now
So hold on.
But now it doesn't look like there's another person following you like there was in the first one.
Yeah.
At least not in anything that they've showed. It looks like it's just Ellie now.
Joel is supposed to be following you, unless you subscribe to my theory.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We haven't seen anything on him yet. We haven't even seen him in anything yet. We've only heard his voice.
They show him walk up to her whenever he says that in the first trailer.
Oh, I didn't actually. I don't remember seeing his face.
That first trailer that takes place right after this gameplay scene.
Yeah.
You really gonna go through with this, kiddo?
If you'd subscribe to your theory.
Yeah.
But no, the game looks awesome. It looks like everything I'd want from a sequel to The Last of Us.
Dude, just the fact. Okay, I like that they. So, like, you remember the part where you play as Ellie and Joel could possibly be dead in the first Last of Us?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I have always acted like I was spoiling the game. Anytime I play for somebody new, I always tell them, by the way, Joel dies. Just for that moment, because they all love it. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But in that game, you play as Ellie, and they tweak it enough where, like, she's clearly a kid and you're in more danger than Joel is. But it feels like in this one, like, it's whole hog. You are not playing as powerhouse Joel. You're playing as lithe, agile Ellie. So, like, the extra dimension you get by being able to go prone and crawl under things or slip between bookcases, or the fact that there are some enemies who are just physically stronger than you and there's nothing you can do but be smarter about it. Ugh.
Well, that's bringing back an element from the first one with, like, the clickers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then that kiss.
Yeah, the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, they can render video game kisses well.
I think Naughty Dog has a fetish with showing off what they can do with lips.
I wouldn't doubt it.
In the first Last of Us game, after you leave Billstown, that's the second area, and you're heading to Pittsburgh, that's the third area, she's in the truck, and she hops up into the front seat and goes, hold on. Like that little thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her lips flap, and it's real cool. It's real cool that a PS3 could do that. And then in this one, they show her kiss, and you actually see, like, lips fucking touch each other, press, move, deform, like...
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive.
It is very impressive. That entire demo was impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be biased, but
although
that was
part of one of my most annoying moments of Sony's conference, though, was they literally had everybody in a single room for one part of the conference.
Oh.
Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, they moved immediately after that. Like, that was just for the Last of Us presentation, then they moved to the actual conference floor.
Mm-hmm.
So they had, like, a 10-minute intermission.
I'm surprised the internet hasn't given more of an outcry about the kiss.
They have.
I mean...
Have they? I haven't seen much of it.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, it's a lesbian kiss, so it's okay.
That's...
But, like, I mean, they flipped out because there was rumors that LeFou in Beauty and the Beast was gay and they wanted to boycott the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, we know that Ellie likes girls.
Yeah.
Podcast Cat agrees.
Maybe Podcast Cat is one of those people bitching about it.
We'll never know.
Podcast Cat just doesn't understand why we can't go back to traditional family values.
Podcast Cat also kicks litter over my bathroom.
That's what a cat does.
Podcast can set in our ways. It's all right.
So,
just doesn't understand the ways.
Do we talk about the big one now? The other big one.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like we're kind of building it up, and we're not going to actually say anything. But yes, please.
I don't think we're going to say anything that no one else says.
Yeah, that's true. We're not going to say
Actually,
anything.
all I've heard is people shit talking it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, everybody I know is like, holy shit, man.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of like, oh, it's overrated. Oh, I'm not even going to bother with it. It's just flaunting.
Yeah.
Flaunting a lot of nothing, Yeah.
Yeah, it's too confusing. It's stupid. Kojima's terrible. This is going to be the game that kills him. It's a shitty game. Yeah, it's overhyped.
Don't lay on the floor.
That is a problem we have with this. Is Kojima's kind of... By the way, we're talking about Death Stranding, if you guys haven't figured that out.
Oh, it was obvious.
Kojima's definitely banking on his name and the fact that Norman Reedus is in it.
Yeah.
It seems... Because this definitely seems like a very auteur project for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I really hope it... Now, that being said, I really hope it does well. Because it looks beautiful. And
I'm a little worried. I mean, Kojima doesn't have a good track record with handling women. And he described the actresses. He said, we have these two goddesses. And I just... Shut up, Kojima.
I don't see the issue.
Have you played MGS5?
Oh no.
Which one is 5?
5 is the one with Quiet.
Oh, I like Quiet.
See how he handles Quiet, and...
I mean, it's stupid and ridiculous,
Look at how he
like
handled,
Quiet.
though, the Beauty and the Beast core, dude. The Beauty and the Beast core from 4.
Yeah. What about it?
I mean, look at how he handled them.
That's fair. It's weird because it's like there's always this disconnect where they talk about these women as though they're fully fleshed out beings, but then the camera ogles them. It's like the weird disconnect of the first Transformers movie, where Michaela, that's the love interest in there, she's actually a fully fleshed out character who is capable of handling things herself and is not dependent on the main male and all of this, but the camera treats her like an object the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like Kojima has the same problem. The only female he has not objectified has been the boss.
That's true.
And we still got close to seeing her tits. Then there was the lesbian Dr. Strangelove, who got that nickname placed on her for being a lesbian in the 60s. That's fine. And somehow she ends up falling in love with fucking Otacon's dad, fucking him, having a kid, then locking herself inside of a fucking tube and dying.
Is that where Sunny comes from?
No, she's Otacon's mom.
Oh.
Biological mom, not the stepmom that he slept with and caused his sister to drown. Like, they don't handle women well.
I'm not familiar with the storyline.
Jesus, the Metal Gear canon is fucked up.
Yes,
the Metal Gear canon is fucked up. But,
yeah.
I don't
okay,
know.
like...
It's like... I mean, we just talked about a game that has, a great portrayal of women and representation and all that stuff. I don't think every game needs that. Not every game needs to be the paragon of wokeness.
Yeah. So stop bitching about Soul Calibur 5 internet, or 6 internet.
I'm not asking for a game to be a paragon of wokeness, but I'm asking for your argument here is a completely different company made a completely different product where they're handling women okay. Therefore, all these other games can continue not.
Yes.
And I think that's stupid. You want to reach the widest audience possible, and also fucking objectify a man once in a while.
I mean, yeah.
Like the movie 300.
Mm-hmm.
So that movie has a woman getting raped, but somehow using it to her power. That movie has very big problems objectifying women throughout it, but they objectify the men just as equally to where the whole movie's just kind of garbage and you just like it because it's popcorn fun. Kojima games are not like that. There's only one woman who's ever been deep. And it's not so much that I want his games to be woke. I just want him to be better because I like him as a filmmaker. As far as the actual technique.
Yeah. But now we're like making the creation about the creator, and that's
for one thing, it always is with Kojima because it's always a Hideo Kojima game. And for the second thing, my entire point was just that I'm kind of worried about how he's going to portray these women because they seem interesting now, and I'm worried that he's going to fall into a traditional trap. You're the one that's turning it into something bigger than that.
I'm the one who's making it about something.
Yeah, with your dumb
anyway.
Right. I mean, it's about, like, birth and death and shit, so...
Yeah, I mean, okay, first off, the respawn comes from the little fetus thing that you carry around with you.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been confirmed, or is that still just my crazy theory?
I think that's been confirmed.
Okay.
Either that or your theory was sound enough to make just that much sense.
Yeah.
It seems pretty obvious because like he plugs. Yeah, go ahead. We don't have to go into it.
I do like the stealth and the weird fetus ghosts. Those look neat and legitimately terrifying.
Really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it looks legitimately terrifying.
Yeah.
The trailer got weird. I mean, obviously it's going to be a lot of walking from one place to another, and Kojima has said in an interview that there is going to be combat, but it's not going to be like combat focused like Metal Gear is.
Kegel, you were right. He made Journey.
I was really mad though. What?
You were right. He made Journey.
Yeah. I was really mad because as soon as he pulled out a gun in the trailer, they switched. You know what I mean? Like they hinted that there's combat, but they didn't actually show it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, they barely showed us anything.
I mean, we don't even know what we're gonna shoot if we have to shoot.
Exactly.
True.
Like, are we going to be shooting the invisible ghost monsters? Are we going to be shooting people?
Is it gonna be people? Do we have to shoot down Mads Mikkelsen in the eye?
So it's going to be a very interesting game when it comes out, and I'm excited to actually see shit about it. Like, whether or not...
Oh, good.
Whether or not it's overhyped, you know, because it is Kojima's first solo game.
He's always, quote-unquote, overhyped, though. I feel like if you like his games, you just like them.
Yeah. And that's what I think. I don't think the game is going to fail, because I think Kojima has a big enough following where he's just there. Like, his games are there, and people will buy them, and... You know, they range from mediocre to good.
What looks like the core gameplay loop, where you're playing just a normal guy who has to make deliveries to different towns, and your main antagonist is just the world, climbing up mountains, walking across fucking ladders between cliffs, and getting swept away by the tide, and all that looks really fun to me.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. It's 9:30, everybody.
Meditative experience.
9:30.
So yeah, no, I'm definitely stoked to see the gameplay there.
Yeah, Death Stranding, Spider-Man, The Last of Us, Psyops 2, Session. And I mean, these are all the games I'm most pumped for.
Yeah, and yeah, and that's your E3 roundup from Sedge Gaming, everybody.
Listen to a bunch of idiots who don't know what they're talking about tell you what games look cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Objectively.
So, thanks for listening, everybody. We will see you next week.
Share this or kill yourself.
Don't do either. I mean, do one of those things, but don't do the other.
Kill yourself.
Please don't. Please don't. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to start.
What is it,
I'm gonna have to start like attaching a fucking shocker to your phone. Every time you say something stupid, I can just remotely shock you from here.
I'm gonna make it a running gag where at least once in every podcast I insult the audience, but for the rest of the time I pretend to be on their side.
Jesus.
Sure thing, buddy.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, we're still recording. Bye.
Nighty-night.